The body of former Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe is being flown home from Singapore today. He died at a Singapore hospital last week at the age of 95. Mugabe's body was taken from a funeral parlour in the city for the flight to Zimbabwe. President Cyril Ramaphosa will lead a government and ANC delegation to Mugabe's funeral service at the weekend. He's expected to be buried at Heroes Acre in Harare on Sunday. However, Mugabe's family is reportedly insisting he be buried in his home village. All right, let's cross now to our foreign editor, Sophie Mokoena, for the latest. Sophie, a very good morning to you. So from what you're hearing, has the body of the former president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, left for his home?
Not at all. The body was repatriated, I can say yesterday in terms of South African time. And it is expected in the country around 3 o'clock this afternoon. The current president will be at the airport to receive the body. We are told that currently there's still a confusion in terms of whether he will be buried at the Heroes Acre or it will be his homestead, Kutama, because apparently some elders in the family believe that his wish must be respected. We are told that he indicated that he would like to be buried in Kutama. But because his funeral has been declared as a state funeral and also he has been declared as a hero, the expectation is that he should be buried at Heroes Acre. But you would recall that Oliver Mtukudzi was also declared a hero, but he was buried at his home village because that's what the family wanted and that's what he wanted. So we will really get better information tomorrow because we will be in Zimbabwe tomorrow and we'll speak to all the stakeholders, the family, government to get final details. But it looks like there's some tension in terms of where he should be buried.
Sophie, have we heard from his wife Grace Mugabe at all for this particular issue?
Not at all. I've been in constant communication with his niece, people who are around Grace Mugabe, and these are the people who have told me that for now, in terms of the family, their views is that the wish of former president must be respected. But on the other hand, there's still engagement because government has dispatched senior government officials and the vice president to go there, and he's back. He's coming back with the family. Maybe finally, when they land, the matter will have been resolved. But we know that last night, again, President Emerson Mnangagwa made an announcement that indeed the official funeral will be on Saturday, and indeed he has been declared a hero.
So let's just get a little bit of clarity. So we say that the official funeral will be held on Saturday, but we're talking to a burial on Sunday. Perhaps you have some clarification for us, the difference between the burial and the funeral that's taking place.
You know, there are families at times, they normally take a decision that you will have an official or a funeral on Saturday or something like a memorial, but they bring the body. And then the next day they will either bury the person or cremate a person. And in this case, this is what's going to happen. On Saturday, the body will be in the stadium and all the dignitaries, heads of state and other people will be there to sort of commemorate or perhaps deliver speeches around President Mugabe and who he was. But on Sunday, it is going to be a bit of almost a private ceremony where you will have only perhaps senior government officials and ZANU-PF people and other political parties maybe, and mostly it will be family members. Indeed. But we don't know yet in terms of who, in terms of names, will be allowed to go to the final resting place of former President Robert Mugabe. And as I indicated earlier on, the technicality here, it looks like there's still confusion whether he will be buried at the Heroes Acre or he will be taken to Kutama, his home village.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for keeping us updated on this. That was our foreign editor, Sophie Mokoena, talking to us about what will be happening this weekend. So one could say that the memorial service for the former president of Zimbabwe, Robert Mugabe, will be held on Saturday, but the burial and the close family will be on Sunday. All right, let's wrap up the news with a look at your market indicators. So